Dear learners, welcome back to your educational channel Learn and Educate, where we were studying a few basics about the Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999, where Foreign Exchange Management Act is an act which helps for external trade, receipts and payments in a foreign exchange, foreign currency, and promoting the orderly development and maintenance of foreign exchange market in India, where foreign exchange is a foreign currency deposits, credits, balance of payments, या फिर or balance payable in foreign currency, draft, traveling checks, letter of credit, bills of exchange, or drawn in Indian currency, payable, but it has to be payable in foreign currency. Where foreign security means in a security which is in the form of stocks, shares, debenture, bonds, or any other instrument which is denominated expressed in the foreign currency, includes the security expressed within the foreign currency. Where in this video we would be specifically studying about section 2 clause ZE transfer, where this transfer includes various dimensions, includes various other aspects within it. Transfer includes, for example, the first is sale. Sale is an activity which is undertaken between two or more person, where a purchaser, where a buyer, he buys a commodity, goods, services, or any other thing which can be termed as goods or a provision of service from seller in exchange of a payment, in exchange of something, in exchange for money, where those goods are available for buying and selling. Selling means the exchange of commodity for money, the action, the act done for the purpose of selling a product or commodity, the period during which the shop, the dealer sells the products, it is sells, the transfer of ownership. Selling also involves, sale also involves the transfer of ownership, the transfer of title of property from one person to another, the distribution of goods by selling, disposal of goods where goods are available for sale. Second is purchase. Transfer includes purchase. The transfer includes purchase means purchase as per the accounting terminology refers to giving goods, that is taking control of goods to pay for something in return of commodity, that is exchange of money for a particular goods or services. The activity or process of purchase is usually undertaken by the individuals who are in need, or by the persons who are in need of item or services. Purchase helps the transfer of ownership. Purchase enables the transfer of ownership of physical items or property between the buyer and the seller. Therefore, the buyer has the right to use the item as per its wish and for the disposal of them in the best way. Being in the financial transaction, that is the purchase made on a cash basis or a credit. Similarly, a person or an individual can pay the full amount at the time of purchase and can get the ownership of the given goods, wherein the ownership is transferred immediately, or when the goods are purchased on credit, which can result in full ownership transfer. But however, sometimes the seller might hold the title of the goods, and it is agreed at a future agreed time that the ownership is transferred. In this case, the purchasing as his responsibility for locating the supplier who are capable of supplying the products, or who can meet the standards. The purchasing also ensures the qualities and the process which ensures the timely delivery of goods. Therefore, the transfer includes sale and purchase. Sale and purchasing, where afterwards it includes exchange. This involves exchange of products or exchange of position of thing, where in case of goods services are exchanged for some monetary consideration, or the in this case both sale and purchase involves transfer of ownership, transfer of position of goods in return of money. But whereas in the case of exchange, it only involves a process of substitution, a reciprocal promises of giving and receiving, to reciprocate, to give and receive something which has been offered, and to receive in exchange other than the money. In the case of exchange means exchange mainly means about the payability in terms of foreign exchange. We're talking about funds payable currently, funds payable at a different point of time, either in foreign currency or in domestic currency. Payable, the funds which are payable currently in foreign currency, exchange or conversion of money. Exchange also mean exchange rate or a currency or conversion of money of two countries. That is from the currency of one country to currency of another country. The amount of difference. Exchange also includes the differences between the value of the two currencies, between the value of particular currency of two currency at a particular place at a particular time. Moreover, sale, which means transfer, includes sale, purchase, exchange. Mortgage. Mortgage is an activity wherein the particular person who transfers the goods, who transfer the goods the position to another person to a financer. Mortgage generally means is a financing activity where a person who is need of funds, he undertakes the liability, he gains the funds of raising the cost of raising the further funds, and in place of that he offers a security. It is called as mortgage. Pledge account is generally referred to as with respect to an asset, an asset which has been pledged, which has been transferred to the lender as a collateral security to secure a debt to gain the loan. Pledge is generally referred in terms of borrowers who use pledge. They pledge an asset to for a down payment which requires a loan. Pledge accounts can also involve interest with respect to loan. When the pledge account is transferred, when the pledge account is created because of a borrower and a lender. In terms of law, it is a security which is given for the fulfillment of a contract, the payment for the purpose of fulfillment of a contract, security for the payment of debt, and is liable for forfeiture in the event of failure to repay. Another is transfer includes gift. Transfer includes gift means gift involves an endowment, which is something a transfer takes place voluntarily by one person to another without compensation. Gift does not involve a compensation, it is a right, it is a power of giving. Gift symbolizes the power of giving, wherein one person is in a notable position, is in a notable capacity, who endows something on his own will, transfers to another person, wherein the gift the gift is does not involve this given without something in return. Moreover, transfer includes loan, which is another aspect included in the transfer. Therefore, transfer includes loan. Loan is generally means a sum of money which is required by one individual. Then he borrows that from another person, another individual, or a bank or a financial institution so as to manage its resources. Loan is a sum of money where one individual or a company borrows from financial institution to manage their plans and events. In doing so, the borrower incurs a debt which he has to pay back with interest within a given period of time. Therefore, loan is involves a right with one party to repay to another party, and transfer includes sale, purchase, exchange, mortgage, pledge, gift, loan, or any other form of transfer of right. It is involves a transfer of right. Right is the standard permitted action. The meaning of right generally is the standard of permitted action within a certain parameters of the law, wherein the law legally right given to a certain individual, to a person, where they can carry out their action, where it is a right in any action of a person which the law permits. Legal rights is different with respect to natural right or morals, which is right recognized by law and protected by law, which right is recognized and protection given by law. The court of law can enforce the legal right against the persons, and the law and the legal right can also be enforced against the government. A legal right is an interest accepted and protected by law. Also, any legal right which is violated is punished by law. Legal rights affect every individual. Legal rights are applicable equally to each and every individual without discrimination of gender, caste, creed. Wherein transfer of right, transfer of title. Another aspect is title. Title includes, it is a document, it is a piece of paper which entitles the ownership of an asset, entitles the ownership of a property. The title is a document which indicates the legal ownership or a property of a real asset. A title reflects a real property ownership, such as, for example, a car, an intangible asset, patent right, a right to use the title. The title of ownership indicates ownership. The title indicates ownership of an individual, of a person, or a business. Property rights, wherein the ownership of the resources, whether in this tangible or intangible, they can be used to acquire and inherit it. Title can also be referred to as ownership, possession, and the right of possession, wherein the ownership, the title, as in the legal way, is that someone owns right to do something. For real estate purpose, title refers to ownership of the property, the possession of property. The possession is another aspect, wherein the transfer. Transfer includes any other transfer of right, any other transfer of title, any other transfer of possession. Possession with respect to the law is a considerable degree of physical control. It involves a control over the physical things such as land, property. Possession also involves the legal right to control the intangible property, which have definite intention of ownership. Possession shows the interest, definite intention of ownership. With respect to the possessions, it starts with the physical fact, but possession also includes to further aspects of intangible property also, wherein the importance is given to the propriety rights, the propriety which is the common law, which shows the primary facie evidence is the possession intents with regard to right of ownership. It gives the right against anyone except the rightful owner. The mere possession is an ground for action which gives right against another or deprive him of the object, wherein possession means the ownership, control, occupancy of any object, asset or property in any other form. And now the last, transfer, includes any other form of transfer of lien. Lien is an act which has been generally covered in the Contract Act. Moreover, lien is a legal claim, is a legal right which is made against the assets that are held as a collateral for satisfying a debt. Lien is the power which is exercised by an individual, by a person, against the asset that are held as collateral for the purpose of fulfillment of the debt. A lien is established by a creditor or a legal judgment, where the purpose of lien is just to guarantee an underlying obligation. The purpose of a lien which guarantee the repayment of loans in case the borrower fails to make the payments with respect to installments and interest, then that obligations can be satisfied, and lender or the creditor has the legal right to seize the assets which are subject to lien. The main purpose of lien is exercised by banks, real estates, when the property is the contract of the property has been made a lien with respect to fulfillment of debt obligations. Lien works on the function of when the loan is given by borrower, the creditor also face a risk, always face a risk with respect to when the borrower may fail to repay the given amount of the loan on the given time, or whether it would be repaid or not. Therefore, lien is exercised against the goods, against the assets, or against any particular commodity which has been subject to the contract. Thus, transfer includes sale, purchase, exchange, mortgage, pledge. Sale includes the activity of selling. Purchase means the activity of buying. Exchange means it's a kind of barter. Mortgage is in the form of loan facility taken with respect to a bank. Pledge, gift, loan, or any other form of transfer of right, transfer of title, transfer of position, or transfer of lien is included under the definition of transfer.